Welcome, everyone. I'm Dora Lee Harrison, and you're here at the Living Interfaith Sanctuary. And before we begin, I just want to acknowledge that I'm currently seated on the land of the Musqueam, the Tsleil-Waututh, and the Squamish nations. I know that many of you are on the land of other nations, and if you'd like, please feel free to write those nation names in the chat. And as always, let us remember our relationship to our siblings in these lands and in these nations and pray for the day that we might be together in right relationship. So, welcome to the Living Interfaith Sanctuary. Know that the whole of you is welcome. You are not asked to leave who you are in your own home. Please bring who you are in with you today into this community. But what you're asked to remember is that others here today are brought who they are as well, and all of goodwill are welcome. Welcome. Now I'll turn it over to Bruce and Cheryl for our first song this morning.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leading, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come, whoever you are, wanderer, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
Thank you. And now time for some announcements. What's happening in our community? Around the Lower Mainland, I have a few things to report. Well, first of all, online, the Living Interfaith Sanctuary, every other Saturday, we've been hosting, Rachel and I, the Circle of Sanctuary. It's a time for contemplation, discussion, and community building. We welcome you to come any of those, the second and fourth Saturdays of the month. The next one is going to be next Saturday, March 14th, and I'll be hosting. And it's our Zoom link off of our website. So please join us if you're able at 10 a.m. Next Saturday. Next, I want to share about an interfaith concert happening tomorrow at the banquet hall on Bonsor Recreation Complex in Burnaby. That's from 2 to 4 p.m. And there's going to be a whole bunch of amazing groups from a whole bunch of different faith traditions going. I'm very excited. I've got a couple tickets. I'm looking forward to being there if anyone else is joining. It's a free, I should say, it's a free concert, but you can register for tickets. I should say that. I don't know if they're still giving tickets, but this is the chat. If they're not sold out, please check it out. Sounds wonderful. Next announcement is that the World Sikh Environment Day is happening. One of their programmed activities is happening tomorrow at the Suri Gurdwara. I'm going to put the address and the telephone number that you can call for more information if you'd like. The focus of this year is around old growth trees and preserving forests across the planet. From 11 to 11:45, there'll be a katha on nature by Guru Shan Singh. And from 1 to 3, there'll be stories, exhibition, and including a guest speaker by Reuben George of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation. Here's some more information if you'd like to follow along for the Sikh Environment Day tomorrow. So anything else? What else is happening in the community? Other people want to report the announcements from you?
I'll share the other World Sikh Environment Day event that's
Oh,
happening on Wednesday, March 11th from 10:30 to 2 at Capilano University. So there'll be some celebrations of trees and a turban tying camp. So you'll be able to try on a turban. And that's in the Birch Cafeteria at Capilano University. I'll put a little thing in the chat about it.
thanks, Rachel. Yes, great. Anyone else? Okay, well, let's start to settle into prayerfulness. I'm going to open our prayer time today with a prayer from Reverend Abhi Janamanchi, prayer for Holi. Let's turn our hearts in prayer. Nameless one of many names and beyond all naming, on this day of color and joy, we come before you with hearts open to the lessons of love, the call of justice, and the promise of renewal. May we, like Krishna, find the courage to resist what is unjust, to reclaim what belongs to our communities, and to lift each other up with mischief and delight, knowing that the work of liberation can also be filled with joy. May we, like Radha, trust in a love that sees us as we are, not diminished by doubt, not afraid of imperfection, but radiant in our full humanity. In this world of division, may we be bold in our togetherness. In the season of transformation, may we make space for new beginnings. And in the face of all that seeks to dim our light, may we throw color, raise our voices, and dance forward in hope. May all be happy. May all be freed from illness. May all experience what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And this morning's candle lighting prayer, I'll offer this. Celebrate not just with your family and friends, but with every soul you encounter, for all are equal in the eyes of God. May you be blessed with peace, love, and divine grace. Let the spirit of Holi bring you closer to the divine truth and help you see the oneness in all. Now, please feel free to unmute and greet one another with a sign of peace. Peace, everyone. It's lovely to have you here this morning.
Peace, everyone.
Peace be with you.
Cheryl, I missed you last time.
Oh,
Peace, everyone.
Thank you. Now we'll turn it
Love
over to...
everyone.
Thanks, Nanda. We'll turn it over to Bruce and Cheryl for next song.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Bruce and Cheryl. Now, if you'll join me in reading of our joint affirmation, we come together in peace. We sing together in joy and with love. We worship together in one house, a house with names beyond number. Our paths are many, our beliefs are as leaves, and the tree that we cleave to is nourished by the light of compassion, justice, and mutual respect. May our lives, our beliefs, and our actions help to bring about the world of love we all seek, and let it begin here. Now we're going to just take a couple minutes here for a little meditation and prayerfulness time. So just going to invite you to just settle your bodies into your seats and just get into a comfortable feeling in your, if you're standing or sitting. Just allow your body just get a little heavier. You can let your eyes close or your gaze lower and looking at something just near in front of you. We're just going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths together and just draw that breath in, really filling up your chest, opening up the space between your bones, holding it when you get to the top if you can for a moment, and then releasing. Let's do that one more time. Deep, full breath in, really making space in your belly as you open your breath to your body, reaching and holding when you get to the top for a moment, and releasing. One more time, deep, full breath. See if you can breathe down into the bottom of your belly this time, really opening up your stomach, low back, holding it when you get to the top, and releasing. And you can continue on if you like the feeling of those deep breaths and want to continue with that, or just settle into just a regular breath cycle. Just our intention here is to allow our focus on our breath, to let our mind settle as we get oriented into just the present moment, the present sensations. So we feel a softening through our body, maybe noticing where we might be carrying any tension. Just allowing our bodies to feel that connection downward through our feet, in through the ground we're standing or sitting on, down to the life all around us, the planet that breathes and that moves and changes through its seasons and cycles. And right now, as the earth enters a new cycle in this slow, delicate, and subtle way at times before it sends its light and life shining brightly into the spring, we're just in this subtle time right now of movement. We can take these messages from the earth and reflect on in our own lives and in our own bodies what small, subtle things we might need to be generous with ourselves around, where we have energy to extend outward or conserve inward. And just being present right here, right now with your breath. And from the settled place, now I just want to invite you to open your heart, your spirit in prayer. There's so many things in this planet of ours that we would like to be called towards prayer for. So wherever your mind or your heart is called, let your spirit send those words forward in your own world, your own way, in your own language. Just take a moment to pray together. May it be so. May it be so, my friends. Thank you for your prayers. We turn it over now to Bruce and Cheryl again. They're ready. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you. All right. Well, this is the time where we used to pass around the old-fashioned buckets or baskets, but it's a time of inviting anyone who would like to contribute to our little organization here of interfaith spreading the goodness. Our donations, anybody that makes donations to our organization support our managing director, our musicians, our leadership, our marketing person. We have very little overhead really at the end of the day. And I want to thank everyone many of you who already donate. Thank you very much. But I'll just drop into the chat the link to our, oops, what was that? The link to our donation button if you feel like you would be called to today. And I'll turn it over to Bruce and Cheryl to add a song with this.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, Together we share, and from this we live.
Great. Now it's my real joy and honor to welcome back Nanda Gopala Dasa to here with us today to share with us about Holi, the Festival of Colors. Nanda is a Bhakti Yoga practitioner for the past 24 years, currently serving as Temple Council member at ISKCON Vancouver in Burnaby. Nanda, I'm so happy you're here with us today, and I turn it over to you to share. Thank you.
First of all, thank you very much for having me. It's a real pleasure and honor to be in the group of people who have such a broad mind and a great heart. You know, it's always good to have the association of good people so that I can grow in my life as well. So thank you very much for having me. Um, First, I would like to say a little prayer to my uh, spiritual masters before I begin. So please bear with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadandika Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisheshi Shunyavadi Paschantate Satarane Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much for once again having me here. Yes, we are celebrating the Holi festival, which is festival of many, not just colors per se, but also has many, background to it, and it is socially evolved now to many groups of people, not just in India, not just in previously it was only mainly in North India, but now it has spread to South India as well as the other parts of the world. So for many reasons they celebrate Holi, and you probably know more than me. The group, I see that you have a lot of knowledge about other cultures, other religion as well. So I'm just going to share what I know. I grew up in South India, in Tamil Nadu. So when I grew up, I never even knew there is a festival called Holi. That's how it was. There was no YouTube, there was no television at the time when I grew up. I'm not that old, but still, we didn't have a television at home, so we didn't get to see all kinds of news around the world, around India even. But anyway, after I graduated from my undergraduate program and then went on to master's degree in Varanasi. Varanasi is also called as Kashi. Kashi is a famous pilgrimage place in India. I don't know how many of you know about Kashi. So Kashi is in North India, right in the heart of North India. And that's where the Ganges, many people go to the Ganges and take the holy dip. Those who cannot go all the way up to the Himalayas, near the Himalayas, and go to very sacred places like Badrinath and Kedarnath, they go to Kashi. Kashi is another place which is near Delhi. Fairly, when I say near Delhi, it is not that near, but still 6-7 hours by train. So I did my master's program, and that is the first time I came across the real experience of Holi. And before that, I heard here and there, but I never had a chance to know what it was. So it was quite an experience for sure. People were all in different mood altogether. That couple of days were totally different mood. Free for everybody. Everything is free for everybody, including, um, they call gully. Gully means um passing bad words at others. Even that is free. And others don't take it seriously. And they just take it very easily. It's a very, I don't know how to explain that. It is a very uh, unusual experience for me that I never came across such people uh, get out of their little cocoons, and break all the social barriers and then come together and celebrate Holi, um, throwing colors at each other. And they also drink an intoxicant. Not everybody, but some people indulge in that. It's called bhang, made up of cannabis leaves, I guess. But not everybody does that. But mostly people throwing colors at each other and celebrating the fun. But the day before, what happens is uh, you know they call Holika Dahan. Holika Dahan means burning of a effigy of a Holika. Holika. So that I came to understand about that after I actually joined ISKCON and came to the temple and where they celebrated that part. That is the part that really touched me actually, because it's about realizing how God is so loving to his devotees and how much he protects his devotees. So that is the actual origin of the whole festival, Holi. So the first day, night, they burned the effigy of Holika, celebrating the victory of good over the evil. And the following day, they celebrate with all the colors, remembering the the protection of a devotee by the Supreme. So, but then it is celebrated in different parts of the India in different ways. And also, there is another historical um, event is that Krishna was playing with his friends, cowherd friends, by throwing colors at each other. So so it has come to remember that also is part of this throwing colors at each other. Um, so Holi, as I said, what touched me is this part of uh, God's protection and love for his devotees. And it also symbolizes that when one takes shelter of the devotion or bhakti into the Supreme Lord, one's material desires, which is burning like a forest fire within our heart, because that's what is actually bringing us down at the end of the day. The desire to enjoy this material world is what is bringing us down, although it may seem to be very counterintuitive on the other one hand. But on the other hand, if you think about it, this material desires that we want to indulge in actually comes with the cost. In order to enjoy, we have to spend money. After enjoying, we get into a lot of different troubles or whatever the consequences that come with some liabilities as well. It doesn't come just free. They say there's a saying that there's nothing free in this world, right? So the enjoyment that we think is very temporary and is fleeting. But that is what keeps us going in this material world also, with the hope that I will be happy, with the hope that I will be happy, if not now, later on. And so what the Holi festival gives us a realization is that if we take shelter of the bhakti, the devotion unto the Supreme, then we get to enjoy whole lot of different type of enjoyment. It does not require any preparation in the sense the material endeavors that we put in order to gain that, and it does not go after that. It does not bring any miseries. Like after the enjoyment does not bring any miseries. When I say these things, you probably have the experience of, suppose if you go to a nice restaurant and want to have a nice meal, how much we can eat? We can eat only up to the level we are full. Suppose if we overindulge in eating, what happens is indigestion and all other things come with that. And in order to go to the restaurant, in a wonderful restaurant with a lot of varieties of food and tasty food, we have to spend money. For that, we have to earn. So before and after, we have that problem, and in between the short span of time we enjoy in the restaurant. But that is not the case. And they say that this material enjoyment is satiating. It satiates us very quickly, but it is never satisfying. You would always feel, oh, I paid so much money, I could not eat more than this. That kind of a satisfaction is not very there. But on the other hand, the spiritual enjoyment is very satisfying, but never satiating. So that is the difference between the material and spiritual enjoyment. So even if a little bit of spiritual activity we perform, we feel satisfied, we feel very happy, although we would like to do more and more and more. So that is the beauty of taking shelter of the bhakti or devotion unto the Supreme. And when we take unto the bhakti and of the devotion to the Supreme, then automatically the material fire gets extinguished, and the Supreme Lord protects our bhakti in the middle of burning material world. In the sense, it's a literally burning material world right now, because everywhere there is war, and you can see the news is nothing but misery. So the protection, as Baxter was pointing out, the peace, the protection comes because of that taking shelter. That in spite of being burnt all around, we still feel that peace because of our connection to the Supreme. And that is what's symbolized in the Holi festival. The dahan, or the what they call the burning of the effigy of Holika. So I don't know how many of you know the story. It is the devotee. His name is Prahalad. And the devotee Prahalad is born to a demoniac father who wanted to kill God. His life goal is to kill God, to kill Vishnu, and not only kill Vishnu, but also his devotees. Whoever devoted to Vishnu, also it becomes his enemy. So that was his life's ambition. And there is a story behind that, but I'm not going to go into details of that. And he gained so much power and strength, that he was able to control the three worlds. He was unconquerable. And being unconquerable is not bad, but when you become exploitative, when you become more, selfish, only selfish, and at the expense of everybody else's enjoyment, that's when it becomes a problem. And so he was like that. He was making everybody else's life miserable just to show his power and strength. And so by providential arrangement, God's arrangement, the son who was born was a born devotee. He was devoted right from within the womb. He was hearing about God's messages through one of the saint who was preaching to his mother when he was in the womb. So he was hearing the Bhagavatam. That's Bhagavatam is the pastimes of Krishna. He was hearing all the stories and the philosophy and everything about God through the saint, through his mother's ears when he was in the womb of his mother. So he was born devotee, and that was pretty shocking to the father, the demoniac father, when he came to know that his son is such a devotee um, of Vishnu, and his mission was to kill all the devotees of Vishnu. So he immediately started to torture his own son, tried to kill him several times, through too many attempts of different things to kill a 5-year-old boy. He arranged a big elephant, mad elephant. He arranged the fire, the burning fire of sorry, the boiling oil vat, and poisonous snakes. So many different attempts were made, and everything Prahalad was getting protection every time from, and so all his attempts were foiled just by the protection of Vishnu to Prahalad. So finally, he devised a plan. He called his sister, who had a benediction of having a cloth, which is a fireproof cloth. And so she said to her sister that you wear the cloth, which is fireproof, on top of you, cover yourself, and keep Prahalad on your lap. You being an aunt, he won't object. He would sit. As he was sitting on your lap, we will set fire to the whole place. And because you are wearing the cloth, you will be saved, but Prahlad will not be. He will be burnt into ashes. That was the evil plan that um, is the father, Hiranyakashipu. His name is Hiranyakashipu, meaning one who sleeps on the bed of gold. That was the meaning. So he devised a plan, and then as per plan, they were sitting. Prahlad was made to sit on his aunt's lap. Her name is Holika. Her name is Holika. And when Prahlad was sitting on the lap of his aunt, the fire was set. At that time, a wind blew and took the cloth away from her and put on Prahlad. The cloth came onto Prahlad. So what happened was the fire burnt Holika instead of Prahlad. And Prahlad, he got saved by that. So that was the whole story. So Hiranyakashipu was devastated again. But anyway, at the end, Lord himself came in the form of Narasingha, who's half man, half lion, because of the benediction that Hiranyakashipu got, that he could not be killed by any man or any animal or any being which is created by the created being. In other words, in the morning or evening, so many different conditions he put in order to see that he will be deathless. So nothing can be killed. He cannot be killed on the land. He cannot be killed on the water. He cannot be killed at night. He cannot be killed in the daytime, like that. So this half man, half lion form of God, which defies all the conditions of the deathlessness that Hiranyakashipu got, came and then killed him, because the benediction was given by Lord Brahma. Brahma is also another expansion of the Supreme Lord. So in order to save his benediction, his words, he tried to kill Hiranyakashipu in such a way that the benediction was not affected, that the power of the benediction was not damaged, in other words. So the half man, half lion form of the Supreme Lord is neither a man nor an animal, and he did not use any weapon. He used his own fingernails, and he fought with him and put him on his lap. So he was not killed on the land or not on the water, but on the lap of the Supreme Lord. And it was not outside the house, it was not inside the house, but on the doorway of the house, the whole thing happened. And it was neither on the daytime nor in the nighttime, but it was in the junction of the two, that is in the evening time. So all these conditions were, untouched. Yet the Lord managed to kill this to show that nobody can outsmart the Supreme Lord. Nobody can outsmart. We think we can outsmart. That's our program, whether we know it or don't know it. Our program is outsmarting the God, right? By going through so many different scientific advancement. I'm not trying to degrade, because we also use the science, but at the same time, when we use it only to kill God, that is when the problem comes. When we use it to a wrong purpose, when we don't have the proper consciousness, then it becomes science becomes a weapon, not like a saving grace. So and that's what's going on with everything that we have. It can be used both for good and bad. And so if we have a good consciousness, if we have God consciousness, we can use the same science for all good causes, for saving the earth, for saving the humanity, for saving everything. But on the other hand, what's happening now is war and pestilence, and everything is happening in the name of or as advancement of science. It's unfortunate, but then, as I said, we would like to use science for good cause, and that can come only by elevating our consciousness, by developing better consciousness. And that's why the groups like this is a very wonderful group, which brings that upliftment of consciousness, which is the most important thing for all of us. So that's what touches me of the Holika festival, that the Holi festival, that how the evil got burned and the devotion, the bhakti gets saved by the Supreme. And so anyway, that's what I would like to share for this gathering now. Hope it is okay. If you have any thoughts, if you have any comments, please do share.
Thank you so much, Nanda. Thank you. I feel like it opened my mind so much to what Holi encapsulates with your stories that you shared. If we could, what we'll do is we'll have a finishing song and a final prayer, and then we can go ahead and have some conversation. I have some questions. I'm sure others do too, and if that'd be fine to have some discussion at that point. But thank you so much for sharing. I look forward to more discussion here, but I'll turn it over to Bruce and Cheryl for now, and then we'll have a final prayer and wrap things up. Thank you.
Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jvalandam Sarvatomukam Nrusingham Bisanam Bhadraham Mrityur Mrityum Namamyaham Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jvalandam Sarvatomukam Nrusingham Bishanam Bhadraham Mrityur Mrityum Namamyaham Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jvalandam Sarvatomukam Nrusingham Bishanam Bhadraham Mrityur Mrityum Namamyaham Jvalandam Sarvatomukam Nrusingham Krishanam Bhadraham Mrityur Mrityum Namamyaham Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Mahavishnu Jvalandam Sarvatomukam Nrusingham Vishanam Bhadraham Mrityum Namamyaham Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jvalandam Sarvatomukam Nrusingham Vishanam Bhadraham
Thank you so much. Well, our final prayer, my friends, may we celebrate with every soul we encounter, for all are equal in the eyes of God. May you be blessed with peace, love, and divine grace. And in this world of division, may we be bold in our togetherness, in our devotion to the supreme wisdom. And in this season of transformation, may we make space for our role in bringing new beginnings. May it be so. Thank you, friends.